Hello. This is Group B's presentation on Manhattan Cupcakes, which is being presented by Joshua, Chris, and Lori. So first, we'd like to just speak a little bit about our company's mission, values, and vision. So our mission for Manhattan Cupcakes is to deliver the best tasting vegetarian cupcakes in Manhattan. One of our goals is to create a healthy and affordable product that will satisfy the sweet tooth for everyone. So we plan to use natural fruit to create strawberry, lemon, orange, and pineapple flavored cupcakes. Our vision is that we want to serve clients, particularly who are vegan and those who would like an alternative to sugar, and those who also have food allergies to other products and cupcakes. We want to expand our business to other boroughs in New York City within 5 years, and we want to position ourselves as being a health-conscious company that expands different cupcake flavors. Part of our values is that we care about the health of our customers and upholding the integrity of our company. We want to exhibit a culture of communication and embrace our responsibilities as a company. We take pride in producing delicious, healthy cupcakes, while even better, we want to have healthy relationships, within the community.
Now, obviously, it can be very challenging to launch a food company in New York City. It's a highly saturated market. So the key is creating a brand that is recognizable, that is easy to get to market. And in order to do that, we have to have a very strategic approach. In order to become the most recognized vegan cupcake brand in the city, we have to really make sure we're catering to the right customers, and that's going to be a lot of 30 to 40-year-old, unfortunately females, because that's a popular vegan market as opposed to males, and they have to be relatively high earning because our products are somewhat a luxury product with a higher price point. In order to do that, we have to do a lot of consumer education, and our way to go about that is by working with partner organizations such as high-end fitness chains and yoga boutiques, and also some community groups that focus on the ethical aspect of being vegan. The third group that we'll focus on are the ones that have to have specialty diet restrictions because consuming products can be harmful for their health. Now, about all of this, the key for us as a new business in a saturated market is maintaining our profitability. So we have to be very, very smart with our internal processes in order to limit our expenses and increase our revenue while moving forward. So we have to have a very grassroots approach where we're really getting into the community, educating the community, and that's a part of that strong marketing plan. And most importantly, we have to be able to adapt and change quickly because it is such a competitive market, and the rent spaces for retail in New York is so expensive. We have to make adjustments very quickly and communicate effectively. So that's our strategy.
And so next, I'm going to speak about our company's KPIs and targets. So one of our objectives is during 2019, we would like to promote our cupcakes, obtaining national notoriety, and being established as having the best vegan cupcakes in New York City. So we plan to do this by having 100% of Manhattan residents obtain information about our service via social media, mail, advertising, or local TV marketing. Our baseline is not established yet as we are a new upcoming company, but it will be established once we are up for probably the first 6 months. So what the desired level that I want to achieve is I'd like to be at an 85% target of meeting this goal, at least by getting the information out to our New York City residents. The reason why I put 85% is because people move, they're not in the same location. So as we get mail listings, we may not, may have some that are returned, but we at least want to try to hit 85% of this market in New York City to advertise. Well, the key aspect of our business is to inform our customers about the health benefits of each one of our cupcakes. And we want to have, over time, 100% of our customers to be well educated on the nutritional values gained from each one of our cupcakes. By doing this, we want to distribute surveys, and hopefully, throughout time, at least 85% can understand exactly what the nutritional values and the health benefits from each cupcake have on them and their livelihood.
Now, to Josh's and Lori's points, it is crucial that we are working within the community and we are educating them and we're increasing our marketing. But as a new business, the most important factor is being able to stay in business. And on that, we're just going to talk a little bit about financials. The key goal is to try to get through our first year, maintaining enough profitability that we can stay in business for a second year. And our reach goal is going to be trying to grow the brand enough to be able to consider investments and investors and valuations in our second year. So after doing some initial calculations, our goal is to bring in about $325,000 in total revenue for the first year and be able to conduct operations in a way that we're limiting liability. We don't want any lawsuits or fraud. We are going to be modeling our growth after some other startups in the same space, such as Wicked Good Cupcakes and Big Man Bakes. They were small operations that grew to large revenue sources and also large distributions across the country. So we're going to do some modeling after their success, and we would actually like to exceed the goals that we set for financials in the first year. We're going to set sale goals of $325,000, but we're actually going to forecast hitting over that because we think it's a little bit of a limitation in terms of what we can do with that market. And in this effort, we're trying to hit a $1 million valuation for our Series A or seed funding in order to really grow in the second year.
So one of the things that we want to do is promote our strategic initiatives. And so one of our objectives is that during 2019, we want to make sure that we really get out there and promote our brand and what vegan cupcakes are all about here at Manhattan Cupcakes. So we plan to do this 4 different ways. One is by Facebook, using social media, Instagram, like I said, handing out flyers, and local residents. We want to promote also a free day of cupcakes to gain attention and business, let people come and taste it. And we also want to align with other local companies that sell primarily fruits and vegetables and advertise our information in their local stores and develop a relationship in the community. Yet another initiative is to contact local news companies such as New York One and Fox 5 and ask that they also do a pop-in visit. That way we can advertise our stores via the television media. Another initiative is to have a bi-annual working session with local vegans to survey how the cupcakes taste. So we want to know, do people like what we're making? Are we just putting out there something that we think that we like? But actually to have people participate in this tasting and then find out ways that we can use our metrics to either improve our product or let it remain the same. Educating our customers is a very important part of our business. So our first initiative to do this is to have the information easily attainable. We want to, when our customers come into our stores, we want them to be able to see the ingredients labels and the nutritional value labels right next to one another, and have our employees be well informed of the nutritional value so that they can express in great detail, the health benefits that our customers will be receiving by consuming one of our cupcakes. And also, as we stated before, we want to implement the surveys just to see if it's all being comprehended by our customers and they're taking that on to their everyday lifestyle. And
we'll get these surveys back and review the results and make changes where they need to be made to increase positive percentages.
Yes, and next we're going to discuss some of our weekly reporting. So, as we work up our business, we like to report on certain metrics and statistics around marketing, nutritional value, and sales. So here you'll see a presentation of a map that shows the area that we're targeting. So our goal is to target the areas north of Times Square for 2019, which is circled in red. We'll then continue to target the areas south of Times Square by 2021. So as you can see in the fuchsia color, with 2020 would be more like Midtown, Chelsea area, and then 2021 is pretty much Lower Manhattan, further downtown. The areas that we're going to target are Harlem, Morningside Heights, East Harlem, Upper West Side, Upper East Side, and Midtown East. Next slide speaks about the areas that received advertisements. So one of our key goals is to promote. That's the main way that we get our name out there and how we can increase our sales. So our target of 85%, as we mentioned earlier, of residents in each area is to receive marketing how many times within a monthly time span. So we showed that in this graph that it was reached in all areas except Upper West Side, and that was just due to zoning laws. So it was, some things are out of your control sometimes when environment takes place, but we did want to reach our target. But surprisingly, we did exceed our target in Harlem, Morningside Heights, and Upper East Side by month 3. So by the third month, we had pretty much reached all our areas and exceeded in some areas.
We're making a priority to ensure that our customers have a great understanding of the health benefits of our product. And over a 3-month span, we distributed surveys, and as we can see on the graphs in light blue, the amount of individuals who actually took the surveys. The first month, about 80% took the surveys, and of that 80%, about 45% admitted to actually understanding the educational benefit, the health benefits of each one of our products. And the second month, we had an increase in the amount of people who actually took surveys, and also an increase in the amount of people who are well educated on the nutritional value. And the third month, it was a decrease in the amount of people, but an increase in the amount of people who actually understood the health benefits of our product. And what we saw is that over time, even though there was a decrease in the last month of the individuals who took surveys, that goes to the fact that we're actually being known, and people are continuing to come back to the store, and they're not feeling the need to take any more surveys. They already have taken the surveys, and the ones that are taking the surveys have a more in-depth understanding of what they're consuming.
And to Josh's point, we can really see those reflected in our sales. This next slide is actually from our week 12 weekly report. And the template for this slide is used every single week, but these numbers reflect what we have from week 12. So you'll see on our pie graph, we've noticed over time that most of our transactions are done on Sundays and Saturdays. And at first, we were considering being open 7 days a week, but at this point in time, we're actually considering closing on a day like Thursday because we have so much less foot traffic and we're trying to maintain profitability. You'll see those numbers are reflected again in the top right when we look at the number of transactions. It has increased on Thursdays and Fridays and Saturdays and Sundays in the last month of operations as opposed to the first 2 months of operations, but we still have way more traffic Saturdays and Sundays. And then in the bottom middle graph that we have, it's just the numbers in terms of revenues and expenses that we'll see for week 12 on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So Thursday is still profitable, but it's nowhere near as profitable as Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and we just might want to capitalize on that weekend and focus there. As of right now, 1 quarter into our first year, we're about 23% of our goal, and that goal was at $1 million valuation. So we're definitely tracking slightly under, but we're still happy with our results.
Within our balanced scorecard, client results is a key aspect, as we want to make sure that we're giving them the best quality possible. Vegan products, the things that we put into our cupcakes, we want to make sure we're getting the best fruit, the best vegetables, and so we only do business with top 5 vendors in the United States. And as a result, 99% of our product was delivered from the top providers with the freshest fruit and vegetables, and we saw that in our customer feedback. We want to make information easily obtainable for customers, and social media is a big part of that, as it is representative of 80% of the source of information where people go to find out about us is online and on social media. We discovered that 85% of those people, that this is how they are finding out about us. We want to supply the surveys and monitor if customers understand the health benefits. Our goal is to reach 85%. Right now, we are at 55% of customers who submitted surveys that understand exactly the nutritional values, and that is an increase from the first month in which we started the surveys.
Also, as part of our balanced scorecard, one of the objectives is colleague capability. So this is really about colleague performance, engagement, inspiring and motivating, and then promoting our brand and culture through colleague participation. So one of our sub-objective under our main objective is that we want colleague brand promotion. So we want each colleague to contribute to the promotion of our brand. Being that these people work at the company, they pretty much produce the cupcakes, they put their heart each day to come to work. We want them to have some input into how this brand is being displayed amongst people in the area. So each employee must come up with one way to promote the brand and initiate that way as part of an action item that they can carry out individually, or they can utilize other team members and they can carry this out together. But this gives them a chance to feel like they're part of the company, not just producing a task every day, but actually having some input. The results was that 100% of employees completed their action plan to promote the Manhattan College Cupcakes vegan brand. So it was great that everybody was gun home. They were involved, coming up with different ways to promote and advertise, and everybody was pretty much involved. Another thing is that with our company, we want to make sure that the colleagues have development. So we want to ensure that the staff is well informed about the nutritional values of the cupcake and have the ability to explain to our customers about the cupcakes. So employees must complete 100% of customer service training and have monthly customer feedback, which must be 95% or higher. So we're going high because we want the customers to provide feedback at a rating that's 95% or higher. But what was good is that when we did our results, we received 97% customer feedback, which was higher than what we had calculated for, and our colleagues were highly involved in this objective.
So we really bootstrapped this. We really bootstrapped this business in the beginning, and in doing so, it was really hard to come up with financials. We just wanted to maintain profitability to stay in business. So as we look at our financial results, this balanced scorecard was created after 3 months of operations in order to keep us aligned for the remaining 9 months in that first fiscal year. It can absolutely change. The template is set, it's very useful, but some of the numbers may need adjustments. For example, in that $325,000 a year revenue, we want to try to get $30,000 in total revenue every month. Obviously, operations are slower in the beginning, so there might need to be some reforecasting to still hit those numbers. But we noticed that tracking was difficult without proper software. So about 2 months into operations, we started using Intuit's QuickBooks to track those numbers accurately, and we've found that we've hit 99% accuracy in tracking those numbers and maintaining accountability for where our resources are being allocated. Also, as I mentioned in a previous slide, we really had to change the days and hours of operations to maintain profitability. We wanted to focus more on staying cash flow positive than just having a huge revenue. Both of those are very useful measurements in order to create a large valuation for investors, but ultimately we prioritized the profits and losses over massive revenue, and we found that we have a 32% profit margin on average over the course of the first 3 months. Lori was speaking earlier about our marketing plans and how we were going to really try to grow north of Times Square. We noticed that some of the traditional marketing we implemented in the first 2 plans, paying for Facebook ads, for example, was not as effective as using social media influencers on Instagram who were promoting our products for free or for a free product. We noticed that that was a lot more cost effective. So we actually are now saving $6,000 a month that we took away from our traditional marketing plan in order to, again, prioritize profitability to stay in business and grow rather than just growing too large too fast.
Our implementation plan focuses on communication and review from between our senior leaders, department managers, and employees. Annually, we would like our senior leaders to come in and meet and discuss the strategic initiatives for the company, and our department managers to promote with the employees through a variety of different methods, such as activities and incentives. Annually, each of our colleagues will review the scorecards directly with the managers just to make sure that everything is in place and is running as effectively as we would like it to. And we will also conduct biannual employee manager reviews against the scorecard goals, just to understand that the employees are carrying out the methods in which we have put forth. And to sum it all up, at the end, we will have a scale, 1 being below expectations, 4 being exceeding expectations, just to keep it all in perspective on how we are performing as a company.
And there you have it. That is what we've done over the course of the first 3 months of operations in terms of living and growing and adjusting, which is what we expected we would need to do in our strategic map that we developed right at the start. But prioritizing the quality of our product and educating our consumers, getting their feedback, and valuing our employees, we've found success in the first 3 months and are hopeful for continuing success moving forward.